welcome to my channel. This is my second build. I think it'll be my second video. My last one was kind of just experimenting on a new house and trying to introduce my idea of bringing Sims 3 content back to YouTube. And I know I'm not the only one doing it. It's not like it's revolutionary, but this was the type of stuff that I used to like watching, and I would enjoy watching now if other people did it. And I know that that's not necessarily a common thing anymore. Sims 4 is kind of in the limelight at the moment, and that's cool. And if people enjoy playing it, that's really cool too. I'm building this house in the world I created. I did not film that. Sadly, didn't know how to do that. I'm actually really proud of the world, and there's a few cliff lots over here that one of them I actually had already built when I created the world. And so far, just with my ideas for building in The Sims 3 and filming them and speeding them up for you guys to watch, I've just decided, well, I'll just go through the rest of my world and that I created and kind of fill it up with other houses and ideas as I go along. And eventually I may pick a different world, preset worlds and things like that that come with the game and expansions, and build in those as well. And because I don't really have a preference, it's just kind of what I'm feeling. With this house, it's kind of like a beachy house. The neighboring houses are kind of like a richer part of town, or at least that's what I tried to create. And so this one's a little bit smaller of a lot and a little bit smaller of like a cliffside. So I kind of made this one as if like maybe it was an older home in the suburban side of town. And I tried to create still that it had a little balcony because it's a little beach house. And you can see, if you were familiar with watching a lot of the Sim Supplies early videos, and I talked about how I was such a fan growing up, kind of watching those videos and learning from watching different simmers or YouTubers build. You can see from his Aluna Island Let's Play and world creation and things that when he did beach houses, I kind of copied a lot of that style here with the white trim on the windows and the pastel siding. And I mean, that's pretty common for any like beach town that you go to. There's going to be like sideboard or whatever it's called, siding, that's in bright colors. Usually that's how coastal towns are anyway. So but yeah, I copied those ideas and learned how to do that a long time ago and have been doing it ever since. So it's like building a beach house, pick a pastel, and then you're pretty good to go. Again, copying from earlier tutorials, the little gazebo type awning things that you can create in The Sims 3. I used to love doing this when I was growing up, and just a really cute idea. And I had kind of thought maybe this was an older house that somebody lived in for a long time, and maybe it was passed down to another person or sold to somebody else, and they had started maybe adding some more modern touches to it, but hadn't quite gotten around to all of it. So it's like, oh, well, they added a beautiful like awning outside, but then you can see like I kept some older like wallpaper that maybe the colors aren't as hip and in style as modern interior design would think. And so try to be a little creative with those types of things. Again, you'll watch me with the doors. I'm sorry, the doors and windows. And sometimes I forget that move objects is on, or constrain floor elevation is on, and I get all these problems, and I'm going in turning cheats on and off, and I need to figure out how to do like the shortcut like hotkeys for the cheat, so I don't have to sit there and type them all in. I know it has the aspect where you can like click the up arrow on the arrow keys, and it'll do the last cheat that you had typed in, which is handy, but doesn't always work that way kind of thing. You might need a different cheat. But yeah, I tried to keep it old school looking, which I struggled with a lot actually. The rug options in The Sims 3, oh my goodness, even though you can pick any texture or color or pattern, whatever, I struggled. Eventually I liked the rug that I got in there. And counters and things, I don't know if it's my game. I've seen other things online about it, that when you put lights in, and my last house had the buy-to-bug lights, they like get all glitchy sometimes and the light distributes weird. But sometimes when you put counters down, the countertops become blinding. I don't know why. And so I struggle with like, oh, I really want like really pretty like marble countertops, but if you make them too bright of a color, sometimes they, like you can see in the background, that one just has a light over top of it, and it kind of at that angle was blinding for some reason. And so I tried to keep it kind of older anyways. And um, again, in The Sims 4, watching Sims 4 videos and people making like starter homes and things like that, they don't clutter them full of a bunch of stuff and trying to do like Sims builds with the EA standards, which I think would be fun in The Sims 3. If you would like me to do something like that, let me know and I would love to try. Um, to jump in and only put a certain amount of things in the house. So I kind of went with that in this house. I didn't want it to be too expensive and I didn't want it to be super cluttered. I know in Sims 3 routing can be a problem. I talked about that in my other video. And so this one is supposed to be playable, so I didn't want it to be too crowded. And you can always add what you want specifically for your Sims. So yeah, just let people kind of do their own thing. But I added a few little accents here and there. I made it a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, so I'm making the little kids' room right now, and that's one of the main things I love about The Sims 3 is just how much little kid stuff there is, and it's just super cute. And yeah, you can pick a style. Like of course, since it's a beachy house, I wanted like the nautical theme. So he's got like the little sailboat bed and the little life preserver on the wall and the little fish decals. But then you've got like aliens and space and just different things. There's like a lava lamp and a pirate ship and stars and decals, and you can just mix and match. And I don't know about y'all, but when I was growing up, I didn't have like a designer bedroom where like everything matched perfectly. It was actually kind of a just big conglomeration of everything that I was interested in, which was quite a bit. And so it became almost not tacky. Tacky's not the word, but it's just like a kid's bedroom. Like bedrooms don't look like they came out of a catalog, maybe like a master bedroom would. But yeah, so I did a master bedroom. I kept it very simple and small and just kind of the necessities, a bed, a dresser, that kind of thing. And again, my pebble driveways, love those. Mainly it's because I don't plan for a driveway, and then I get to the driveway part and I'm like, oh no, there's not room for a driveway. But this house has very basic landscaping, couple bushes, couple palm trees, very simple, nothing crazy. And so yeah, I kept it really kind of bare. There's not a whole lot of land to do, so we'll jump into screenshots in here in just a second, and it just kind of shows off the main parts of it. This one was a quick one. I built